So I've been playing Minecraft for a very long time, but when I started, I actually didn't start on Hive. So a very long time ago, I used to play Minecraft, like when I first started PvP, I was playing Battle Mode on the Xbox 360. And that went on for a while. I would play with like a bunch of people, and that was amazing. But then, after that, servers released. And when servers released, I actually took a quick break, but then I got back into PvP. And I started to play on CubeCraft. Now, I tried both CubeCraft and the Hive, but back then, CubeCraft actually had half-decent knockback, so I was playing a lot more on CubeCraft. When I was playing on CubeCraft, I first started with my username as K9Nutria210, which I have to admit was not the most flattering username. But then eventually I switched it to Bluefish412, which was also not the most flattering username, and then eventually Stxrglow. But I actually got pretty known in the CubeCraft community. I wasn't as known as many people, like I was still very small, but I wasn't unknown, like I was definitely there. I met people like with the Imagine combo, a bunch of people that have quit, they're not there anymore, but this was like 6 years ago, so it's ages ago. But then, after like all the CubeCraft community and everybody quit, I started to join Hive. And around the time that I started playing Hive, I was still on controller, but I was on Xbox One. And I eventually, a few years ago, I think 3 or 4, got a computer. And when I got this computer, I met somebody called Ravenhawk81, and he was amazing. Like, pretty young, but that's okay. Like, I played with him a ton, Bed Wars, duos, all that. It was absolutely amazing. And we would just, like, play it every day. Where's this next guy? There we go. I also started to get into Zequa, just to practice and learn how to get better. And I found that when I was playing on PC, I was way better than when I was playing on controller. So, after that, I started to get into cosmetics. So first I looked up, like the first person that I found and I was inspired by was Crazy, and he made Hive style skins. So I started off with my Hive style skins, I downloaded Blockbench and I looked up a tutorial, but the tutorials weren't really helping. So I kinda just went into the files and I looked and figured out what meant what. It took me forever to learn how to make cosmetics, but I am self-taught. So I worked on Hive style, made myself some cosmetics, Ravenhawk some cosmetics, and then after that I kinda stopped doing cosmetics for a little while because they weren't really interesting me anymore. It was kinda boring to just make skin after skin. Then after that, when Arcade released, I started playing Capture the Flag a lot more. So I was playing it with somebody called Z Cookies and a few other people, and they were absolutely insane at the game. Like, they were extremely good. But I was playing with them a lot more, and I was playing with Raven less, but that's okay. I still know him to this day. While I was playing with Cookies and all them, I started my YT as well. So I started posting skin packs, just like a long time ago. But that was when I posted my first skin pack, and I also taught Z Cookies how to do some cosmetics, and that's actually how I got Hive Plus. I showed him how to do some cosmetics, and he gifted me Hive Plus. But after that, CTF kind of fizzled out because the community's never been great, so it was all just either parties or cheaters, and Hughes took 8 years. So I moved on to Treasure Wars. And this is when I met Ztana and Hyper PvPs. Ztana used to be known as BT Shadow, but is now Ztana and now quit. And Hyper PvP still plays a ton, he has a YT too, I'll link it in the description. But yeah, so we were playing Treasure Wars a ton, we were pretty good at it. I was going to try to go for Prestige 5, I met Pancakes, also, he ended up as Prestige 5. But I was going to try to go for Prestige 5 with Tana and Hyper. And I only actually made it to level 93 because, 2 reasons. So, first of all, the Hive released a notice saying that they would be removing Treasure Wars and replacing it with Bed Wars, which nobody liked. Treasure Wars was peak Hive. Bed Wars, in my opinion, is not the greatest, and they should have kept Treasure Wars. But anyways, the other reason is I got banned for about 6 months from the server on my main account, so I was unable to level after level 93. But I will talk about that later. So, after that, after I got banned, I kind of had nobody to play with. I was just playing with random people here and there, and like we're getting wins, but nowhere near as fast. And so while I was bored, I decided to learn to make texture packs. So I looked up a tutorial on how to make a custom sky, because I kinda already knew the rest from making skin packs. And I made my first texture pack, which is actually the 500 texture pack on my YouTube channel. And then after that, like, I met a few people being like Drax. Okay. And after that, I was playing a lot more by myself, but eventually I found the community that's right for me. I met Draxalaxel and Z-Hats a while ago, and that was absolutely amazing. We've been playing Bed Wars. We kinda don't play very much, like, in the middle of Bed Wars seasons, but we play a ton when they release. Hats was the first one to get level 75 legitimately without boosting. He did not sleep until he got it. He was insane. But, yeah. And then, after that, like, I've just been playing with them more. So, up to today, I haven't been playing as much, and I haven't been posting as much. As you can probably tell, I haven't posted in like a month. But I haven't been playing as much because I have a job and a girlfriend, and I don't have time to play Minecraft as much as usual. So I will still continue to play, and I will still continue to post, but I'm just gonna do it whenever I feel like it. So posts could be inconsistent, they could take 3 months, or it could be like a week, we'll never know. But I'm just gonna play whenever I feel like it.